Hey guys, John here. How you doing? I just got finished watching the first episode of the brand new iCarly revival, simply called iCarly 2021. I've only seen the first episode. They didn't put it up on YouTube, but I decided to get a free month, free trial subscription of Paramount Plus, and I'll watch some other stuff there too. Yeah, I watched the first episode because it's all I had time for. So let's talk about it. Okay, the first episode is called I Start Again, I believe. Or, no, I'm sorry, it's I Start Over. And we see Carly like 10 years later. At the beginning, she said she has her own apartment separate from Spencer's, who's now rich but still living in the same apartment. But then at some point, she seems to lose that. There's this whole thing. She's still good friends with Freddie, and, Spencer's still a big part of her life, and she has a new friend who I'll talk about in a minute. But there's this whole stint, this whole bit where she's gonna expect her boyfriend to ask her to do a show with her, a web show like iCarly, which isn't on anymore. Then he ends up basically breaking up with her, and she records the whole broadcast, the whole thing live online, which is an embarrassing situation. Um, then they flash forward a month, which is where we meet her new friend. Her name is escaping me right now. We get two new main characters on the show. There's Carly's new friend, sort of the replacement for Sam, sort of, but a totally different kind of character. A little more normal and grounded. The other new character is Freddie's adopted stepdaughter from his ex-wife. I don't remember her name either, but she's kind of a funny character. But basically, there's this whole setup where basically Spencer's having like this party to celebrate some new piece of art that he's doing, and they go over and Carly runs into an old guy from summer camp. I don't remember if he was ever on the original show, but then there's this whole thing where she ends up telling her ex-boyfriend, who we met earlier, that she's doing a web show with her new boyfriend, and she tries to do it with this guy. It doesn't work out. And, basically, long story short, she ends up just doing another web show on her own, bringing back iCarly again with the help of Freddie and Spencer. This was fine. This was pretty solid to start off. I think I could see it getting, um, you know, getting better in the future. I don't know how long they plan to keep this going for. I would say like a mini series, just a single season would probably be the best way to go about this kind of thing. They were like so they already released the first three episodes of Paramount Plus. I have no idea how they released their stuff. I thought they do like a whole season at a time, but apparently maybe not always. But this was fun. There were some funny jokes. It's cool seeing everybody back again. All the actors do a pretty good job. The original actors and the new characters I enjoy. You get Freddie's mom back in a kind of funny bit. There's some pretty good jokes sprinkled out throughout. There's a certain nostalgia whole thing where it's like kind of pandering to that idea of nostalgia. And I watched the show when I was younger, so it appeals to me in that sense. But it's cool to see like everybody back together, and then they go back to the old iCarly studio, and it's kind of like they never left, and it's pretty fun. They mentioned Sam at one point. Of course, she's not in the show. For those of you who don't know, they basically explain her away by saying that she's in a biker gang, but it's respectful. I don't think it's something that Jenna McCurdy would have a problem necessarily. It's kind of almost wishful thing to think that maybe she might make an appearance at some point. I don't think so. It's not what she wants to do. I don't think she's happy with her experience of the show. But hey, you never know, right? Important thing is that she's happy. Yeah, yeah, okay, so like I said, Freddie's adopted stepdaughter, she's an enjoyable enough as a new character, she's kind of funny. The whole situation with her is funny. There's a lot of expositional dialogue from Freddie, kind of about like his current life situation. Dialogue that feels kind of unnatural, explaining how like he was married to a woman, divorced them both, and now back living with his mom. So it's kind of like it's kind of like almost like reverting to the status quo kind of thing. And curious to see how everything goes there. Um, but the other new character, like I said, that's Carly's new friend, who she ends up kind of staying with for a while. It seems like. I don't know, something happens to her old apartment, maybe. I thought they said she had an apartment. But the new friend is, kind of enjoyable. There's just kind of interesting little conflict involving her and Spencer, where Spencer's created this new piece of art, and she doesn't like it, and Spencer really wants her to like it. And it's fine. The show is definitely, this isn't for kids, basically it's more for adults, but not in a way that's like, doing like tons of like shocking adult humor just to kind of surprise the viewer. It's it's a natural progression with a little mild language, probably like a TV PG kind of thing, where the old show would be like TVG. So I wouldn't say it's for kids. Like teenagers could watch it probably. But it's intended specifically for people who grew up with it. And kind of it feels like a natural thing the way the show kind of grows with them, and it works. It never feels like forced the adult stuff, so that's good. There's a couple cuss words and there's some references to sex and things like that. But overall, yeah, pretty solid first episode, decent story, and I'll be watching them more at some point to see how it goes. But it's something I look forward to. Yeah. I guess that's all. I don't have to say too much about it. Just a decent, solid first episode. Maybe give it something like a 6.5 out of 10. So, yeah, worth watching. Alright, so that's all I gotta say. This was John, and I'll get some more videos out in the future. Bye.